I'm gonna join Artfight for the first time, but I've got no characters to share. And I only have a week to fix that.
Hello, beautiful people.
So, we all go a little crazy sometimes, right? Right? I've always heard about Artfight, but never actually gave it a try. It was the 24th of June when my little bean brain was like,
Hey yo, Rebby, there is something called Artfight. Remember that? Yes. We should totally check it out and maybe obsess over it for no reason. Yes, we shall do that.
the timing was somehow perfect considering that I didn't know that Artfight always takes place in July, so that was something. But anyways, if you don't know what Artfight is, it's basically an art challenge. You are part of one of two teams and you get to attack other people by drawing their original characters. Each attack or defense is going to give you points which will increase your team score. But you see, if you want people to attack you, you need a character that they can draw. And that's a little bit of a problem because, well, you see, I do have an OC, and if you've been on my channel for a while, you've seen him already. But he never had a consistent design or story. So it was time to finally give him the reference sheet he deserves. For those of you who don't know him yet, here is Zoragon, the god of the full moon and the eternal void. He's one of 12 high divinities of my fantasy story. He appears in his god form as a big dark blue / black centaur with wings. He's the only god amongst the 12 who has two abilities. He's both capable of healing any wound and disease with the pollen, which is a golden powder that he can draw from the moon, and also create perpetual intense nightmares in the minds of his enemies by simply staring at them, and therefore effectively trapping them in what is known as the eternal void. Due to the danger of his powers, he has to wear a mask that protects everyone from his deadly stare. He is generally a very stoic figure, so no one has ever seen him laugh or smile, but is a gentle giant and he likes to take care of all the weak and small creatures. He tends to have more neutral feelings towards humans though. He's also a strong and capable warrior that can wield either a longbow or a greatsword. If enraged though, he can lose control of himself and his dark powers, which would effectively make him a merciless enemy. Whatever is the form that his clothes take, they are always made of gold and white stardust. So, this is the overall vibe I needed to work on for my ref sheet. Obviously, there's way more lore about him, but for what I had to do, this is all the info that is needed for now. I wanted to keep this very simple and readable, so I decided to draw the full body figure, plus two portraits for a close-up front view and side view of his face. He has two pretty intricate weapons, so I had to add those ones too. You'll notice that as I was making this, I also changed the design of his mask. I decided that it would be a more bony structure that in a gray groove on him. I tried to convey this last detail by removing the clean straight edges from the original mask design. After a while, I also removed the necklace I originally gave him, because I don't think it suited his design, at least not in the way that I shaped it. I was trying to go for something like this, but I figured it would be too complicated having to always draw this intricate necklace over and over again. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that while this ref sheet was meant to primarily be for this Artfight challenge, I am also going to use it when working on the comic or webtoon featuring Zoragon. That's also why I'm trying to keep some of his design elements relatively simple. His weapons, hair, and wings are already complicated enough. In terms of clothes, I tried to keep them simple too, and to be fair, I'm not even sure yet if I want to keep the same clothes for him throughout the story. Cause here's the thing. He and all the other gods have two forms. The god form and a lesser/mortal form, which pretty much consists of a smaller version of themselves, but without certain features of their god form. For example, Zoragon loses his horse body and would look like a regular human. A very, very, very tall one, but still a human. So I figured that his clothes would also change with the transformation. With that being said, he will always wear golden armor and jewelry, while his softer clothes will always be white because they are canonically made of stardust. So after applying all the base colors, I was like, right, well, there's no point in shading or rendering because the base colors need to be understandable, so this was pretty much done, right? But I didn't think it would end this way.
End? No, the journey doesn't end here.
I applied some shadows anyways. Yeah, and I changed some colors because I hated how things looked. And I ended up adding more lore. So, for example, his hooves, weapons, and long feathers are now made of pure celestial matter, which means that the purplish pattern on them is constantly moving and shifting. But for real though, after applying very few shadows, I had to physically stop myself from spending hours on some very detailed rendering. It pains me to leave it like this, but I draw very slowly and I barely made it in time, so it was for the best. So this guy is up now on my Artfight profile. I already have a few OC from other people that I definitely want to draw, but to be fair, this video is gonna be up when Artfight is already going on, so by this time I probably already drew some attacks. Anyways, if you're going to make an attack, I might defend myself. So definitely let me know if you're joining this year. Feel free to use the comment section as well to meet other fighters. And I'll be making more content as this challenge progresses, so stick around for more if you are interested. So yeah, thanks for watching and listening to my yapping session.
Peace.